Today, we're breaking down not the roles and responsibilities of an umpire, but instead those of other individuals involved in the playing and administration of a game. We'll also discuss how umpires can work with those individuals to ensure a smooth game and speed up the pace of play. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Victor Calzada and his article, "You're the Umpire Not," that appeared in this year's NFHS Referee Baseball Preseason Guide. I'm hoping by combining our knowledge, we're able to bring more value to a wider audience of umpires at both the high school and youth levels. Hey everyone, Patrick Farber here with GHSA Baseball Umpire Development and Umpire Classroom, where we help umpires to develop their skills officiating youth baseball. If you're new, you can always connect with us on social media, and as always, you can find links in the video description below. So let's jump in. I want to start with the obvious that as the umpires, when we're on the field, umpiring is a full-time job. We don't have time to focus on helping other individuals carry out their tasks when we need to be focused on ours. The hope is that in this video, you'll learn what those responsibilities are that are supposed to be carried out by other individuals and how you can work with them to make sure that those jobs are getting done. This will help speed up the pace of play and result in a smoother game. Firstly, let's talk about warming up a pitcher. Sometimes a pitcher will make it quickly out of the dugout to the mound, but there may not be a catcher there ready to start warming them up. As umpires, we should never crouch behind the plate using a glove to try and catch pitches. Instead, if we're having this delay, we should focus on getting a coach out or another player to come and warm up that pitcher. It's not our responsibility to actually warm up the pitcher, but it is our responsibility to make sure someone is going out to the plate to do so to keep up the pace of play. Next, when working with the catcher, we also don't want to be a confidant. And what I mean by that is that we don't want to be talking with them about anything that we wouldn't want to talk to another player or a coach about. Just know anything you say to a catcher can, and usually will, work its way back into the dugout. It's okay to be somewhat friendly to your catcher and maybe have a conversation when necessary, but don't have any prolonged conversations, and certainly don't say anything you don't want repeated. Now, another job that umpires sometimes do that they shouldn't is chase after baseballs. As an umpire, it's not our job to clear the field of baseballs physically. We can direct individuals to do so, but we shouldn't be chasing after balls because it only delays when we can have the next pitch. To speed up the pace of play, either have your catcher going to grab the ball while you get another ball to the pitcher, or have an on-deck batter or a ball boy come and grab any balls fouled off to the backstop while you again get the ball in play to the catcher and into the pitcher. The same thing can be said about getting bats out of the way. As umpires, we may see the bat in the way and we try to clear the bat when we can, but that should never be our first priority. Often, if a bat is in the way of a potential runner coming into the plate, usually you'll see the catcher clear it out of the way so that they have room. When we can get to the bat to clear it, that's great, but don't let it ever get in front of your other responsibilities during a play. Now, another common mistake we see newer umpires making is coaching the players. While we think this might be helpful for a team or even helping out a coach to make his team better, they usually take offense to this. If we're the umpires to do our job, then they want to be the coaches to do their job. And you never know when something you're coaching them is something they were specifically told not to do by that coach. So, especially as you move up to older and more high-level baseball, this can backfire on you very easily, and you should be cautious to ever give instructions to a player. When on the field, it's not our job to let everyone in the crowd know exactly what happened on a weird or strange play. Now, we want to sell the call both to the coach and the team and those in the crowd, but we don't need to go into an in-depth verbal conversation to explain the call. Keep your signals short and concise, and then if a coach does want more information, they can come out and get it from you, but we shouldn't feel a need that we have to explain the entirety of the play to everyone at the game. Next, let's talk about the field. As umpires, we should never feel the need that we have to physically prepare the field for play. Other than brushing dirt off of the plate, we shouldn't feel that we have to go kick dirt off of the mound or off of the bases unless it's really bad, but even then, we should be directing a player to do so. And if we go into a rain delay, we also shouldn't be out there trying to put the tarp on the field or trying to rake the field. Instead, let the coach or any potential grounds crew be responsible for that and do the actual work. Not only is it their job, but you don't know the grounds nearly as well as they do, so let them handle it the way they want to. And again, focusing in on whether or not you can fully see all of the rubber for the pitcher, that's only going to serve as a distraction, and most likely all it will do is just delay the pace of play. Next, we have the game administrator. And even at lower levels, when you don't have a game administrator, still, coaches are responsible for their fans. If you have an issue with a fan that is at attendance of your game and you feel that it needs to be addressed, you can either go directly to the coach or the game administrator and instruct them that the situation needs to be handled, and they'll be sure to do so. As umpires, we take care of the incidents on the field and we enable other individuals to handle them off of the field. Finally, the last role on the field that we as umpires don't need to handle is being a friend to the coaches or players. Now, don't take me wrong, we want to be friendly with them, but don't engage in prolonged conversations. All this does is make the other team question if you truly are an impartial party to the game, and it might remove some of the formality that we want to have with our position as the umpire for that game. So there you have it. I hope this video brings value to our newer umpires and our umpire community. If you found it helpful, be sure to check out our other videos, and you can sign up for our weekly rules quiz starting in February and aim specifically at NFHS rules in the video description below. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I look forward to seeing you on the field.